Yeah, g'day guys, Steve here from O.A.F Adventures. Just heading north. Got a week and a half off, managed to skip away from work. Got the AJP and the Ranger, and we're going to head north. And we're going to head north up to Broken Hill tomorrow and then on to Inaminka. We're going to leave the car in Inaminka, jump on the bike and beeline it up to the Gulf, up through Western Queensland. So, haven't been out to Western Queensland before. Thought it's winter, try and get away somewhere up north, about 30-31 degrees up there at the moment. So yeah, we'll head north and get a bit of sunshine. And so yeah, just on the way up, left by 9 o'clock this morning, probably a little bit late, but all good. And so yeah, just pulled up on the side of the road here, just out of Mildura, just to sort of make sure that I can set up in the light. So yeah, just got the basic setup in the Ranger. We'll be sleeping in the Ranger tonight. I'll show you a bit of a setup of that later on, maybe over the next couple of days. But yeah, keeping it pretty simple and trying to travel a bit light, although it does seem to be a lot of gear in there. But I've got kayaks and I've got motorbikes and all the gear that goes with it. So yeah, we're fully loaded for a good week, 2 weeks away. So we'll see how we go. And I'm going to get the billy on in a minute after I finish the Canadian Club, cook up a bit of tea, sit back and enjoy the peace and quiet, although there is a busy road there. But I didn't want to get too far off the road so I could beeline it in the morning. Anyway guys, 31 degrees up there at the moment, so yeah, we'll head north and get a bit of sunshine. And that, so yeah, it's the Murray River. So loaded up, full of fuel, we'll head north. Dajarra and Boulia, that's where we're heading. Very interesting little town, Birdsville, well worth a visit. My suggestion too is you stay for a couple of days. There's a lot of history here. first stop, 187 kilometres. So I ended up stopping on the way up a couple of times, sort of stopped at Broken Hill and rode out through to Silverton and in the riverbed and had a coffee out there and jumped back in the car and drove north to Inaminka, and again just got the bike off, rode out to the Dig Tree just to sort of break the trip up. But the trip actually started at Birdsville, so loaded up the bike and headed north out of Birdsville. The country was in really good condition. It was quite spectacular, as you can see, really green, and as I'm travelling through the Channel country, there was still water in the Air Creek and some of the other creeks, and yeah, it was just so green. It was like it was being cropped or something like that. Lots of bird life, lots of lizards and snakes and you name it, I've seen it, so to speak. So yeah, it was absolute pleasure. This is a king brown. He was about probably 6 or 8 foot long, but 300, 400 metres up the road, I actually seen an inland taipan, one of the deadliest snakes in the world. So, yeah, it's quite interesting. You go from Gibbet Plains at Birdsville through some Channel country and then through these red sand dunes. So it's quite an interesting ride heading north through Dajarra and on to Boulia. So yeah, it was quite an enjoyable ride. There's a couple of lookouts you can go on the way up, and also too, you know, there's just endless sort of curves in the road, and it's all tar, and most of it's tar at least, and you know, it's all very good sort of riding. So yeah, it was an absolute pleasure. Got the other side of Boulia and turned off on the Donahue Highway and headed west. Cut across this way. Actually, I might even just duck across to Alice Springs for a quick coffee. It's only 800 odd k's. What do you reckon? No, I'm just going to duck up here and veer right, just sort of head up the border a bit. So, just trying to get off the beaten track as much as practicable. Very much like a lot of Brahmins in the herd. Prefer not to run into them. Oh dear. We certainly look like we've gone past the Lady Jane Road turn-off, that's for sure. There was certainly no turn-off there. That's it there. It ain't much of a road. Oh dear, oh dear. That marks the Lady Jane Road, that tyre. No longer in use, I'd say. You can see it's been a road at some stage. Oh dear, what to do now? So that's another day done. Sun's about to go down. We're in southwest Queensland. Looking for a road that doesn't exist. It's supposed to be just there. I've looked at some paper maps, and that looks like they've got rid of that road, and the road's up further and cuts across to Roxby Down. So we'll keep heading up there and yeah, take that road in the morning. Hopefully that's still there, but I've got 2 maps confirming and one that doesn't have it on, so it does have it on, so we'll have a look anyway in the morning. So otherwise we're just going to have to backtrack it, because this road just goes straight to the border, so straight through to Northern Territory and Alice Springs. So the idea was to cut across here and then cut north, so we'll see how we go. But this is the camp for the night. Hopefully my inflatable mattress lasts the night. This is particularly spiky ground, and I got the barest patch I could and walked it in and everything, but we'll just see how we go. But yeah, it's one of those things. I'll put my jacket underneath and my towel underneath and some clothes underneath, but hopefully the mattress doesn't get penetrated. But yeah, this is the camp for the night. No fire, no beers tonight. Obviously it's on a farm. I'm just off the road, but I'm still on someone's private land, so we won't light a fire here. It's pretty dry over there, and there's a bit of wind around. So got some noodles about to go on and some tuna to go in it for a bit of protein, and a cup of tea and a bit of chocolate, and I'll be ready for bed. The usual story. Trying to hit the road. Alright, that's good. Roxburgh Downs. Still get mixed up with the stop button on the Sherco. That's Roxburgh Downs, right, that's the turn off. Certainly doesn't say private road, so we'll have a crack. This is the Georgina River. Oh, a river crossing. Oh, look at that, Jabberoos. Wow, look at those. Cool. Beautiful little waterholes. Obviously in a couple of more weeks this will dry out, and then the rainy season will start again. Yeah, beautiful. I'd say that's the Georgina River. There is a bit of sort of channel country through here. Out to the east of us here is all, of course, the Queensland channel country, as they call it. Lots and lots of water courses, most of them feeding down to Lake Eyre, which is bloody hell, probably 1,000 kilometres from here, and they feed from up in the Gulf where we're heading. So yeah, I'd say that's the that would be the Linda Range Road, or the Linda something farm road. That's the one I was trying to get onto last night. So they've obviously not maintaining that, or they've blocked it off. So yeah, so that's good. We're back on track. I was hoping to get to here sort of and camp here last night. Actually, that was the goal. Get off this road and get down the side the Georgina River there. I thought there'll be some camp spots there somewhere. So that was my goal last night. So we're nearly back on track. Every now and again when I pull up on a well, I'm riding on a dusty road, I just pull up and have a look. You can see the paw prints there. That's a dingo or a wild dog, quite distinct pad marks there. But yeah, you'll see emus as well here somewhere. I did see some emu. That's cattle. But yeah, it's amazing what you see, and you see slither marks like this and you think, oh, is that a snake or is that a kangaroo dragging its tail? And it's a kangaroo dragging its tail. You can see his paw print there. I think that's a paw print there. Yeah, it is too. So they just use their tail for balance, and that's where he's just been propping. He might have been sleeping on the road. A lot of the animals, there's some more of those dingo tracks, wild dogs or something like that. But I always find it fascinating on these dusty roads. They tell a lot of stories. Yeah. Hopefully they got some fuel here, otherwise I'm in a fair bit of trouble. The fuel light is on. Irrandangi. Drover's Waterhole. Ooh, look at those jabberoos. I think they're jabberoos. They're beautiful. How you doing? Good day.
Beautiful day.
How are you, mate?
Good. Where are you heading?
Oh, heading north, Camel Wheel, yeah.
All right. Oh, you going up the Bronco branding?
Probably. No, I'm just going in any direction I like, basically.
Right, it's a big weekend on up there this weekend with the Bronco branding.
Oh, Camel Wheel?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's a great weekend.
Yeah, I might stop and have a look then.
Yeah, this weekend coming. Yeah.
Oh, coming.
Yeah.
Not now, today's
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you want a coffee?
Yeah, we'll have a coffee, please. Is there fuel here? No. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No.
We want unloaded.
Yeah.
How much do you need?
I'll work it out. I've got 5 litres still sitting there.
Cookie's got some.
How far to Camel Wheel?
Oh,
3 hours.
yeah, I'll just, I got
Cookie will get some for you.
Thank you. I've got some cash, so that'll be good.
how much we need.
Oh, I'll have to have a look, but I've got probably 100 k's worth of fuel, but
No, you wouldn't have that.
46. If you had probably 5 litres, I reckon that'd sort me out.
You're right, Cookie's hard. And how do you have your coffee?
One, thank you very much.
Get it.
How are you?
Shantae.
Are you good? Enjoying the sun?
I got flooded out.
Yeah, Pam was a bit of a legend, made me a coffee and showed me around the old pub. It had been closed down, it got flooded in March and it had been condemned, so she was the old publican, so she was just clearing out a bit of her stuff that was left over. Absolute legend, and yeah, she had some interesting stories to tell. Cookie just without question just disappeared and went and got me some unleaded, so that just helped me out. So I didn't have to sort of head west to the border to get fuel up. I could just keep going north to Camel Wheel. So he's an absolute legend as well. But yeah, the road to Camel Wheel was pretty boring, pretty open, flat country, not a lot to see out there, and you had to sort of keep your eyes on the road the whole time. There was a lot of square edges and a lot of big rocks and whatnot, but nonetheless interesting. But yeah, glad I was on the AJP, big open country like that. She just eats up the miles really easy, and yeah, super comfortable. And so yeah, it was an absolute sort of pleasure, and I'm glad I'm on a bike like this. Much better than some of the other bikes that I've owned. It's I just did it really easy and got to Camel Wheel quite comfortably. Camel Wheel. That was a bit of a grind. I haven't had anything to eat yet, so I'm a bit hungry. There's the camel wheel pub. Camel wheel caravan park. And the camel wheel service station, which I'm going to have to line up behind. Certainly is good weather, I'll give it that up here, and not a bad stretch of road here, but boy, the rock they use on the road is big. You've got to watch your lines all the time. Some of the roads back there are just absolutely slow down. Well, if you have a crack at that with motorbike, it's actually dropped overnight, so that's a good thing. I was actually more worried about the other end. It was coming through the other end there at a great rate of knots. I thought I could probably get through this, but of course it's a concrete culvert, so you have your slimy patches, and you'd think the slimy patches would be where the wheels haven't been, but no, it's quite random, as I discovered last night. Trying to get through to Adel's Grove, and unfortunately on the previous crossing dropped the bike and drowned it, and that was about 5 o'clock. Took me about half an hour to get it uncorked and running again. 5:30, 5:45 probably by the time I got going, just on the last of the light. And I went round the corner and come across this one. I went, you know what, I haven't got the energy for this. It was a big day yesterday, so yeah, I pulled up and set up camp in a riverbed. Obviously not ideal, but sort of what had to be done. Unfortunately, I got a river crossing. I'm in between two river crossings now, so I just decided, nah, let's just cut our losses. I got up and checked the river levels overnight just to make sure, because obviously you can see this is a massive washout from the flood. I think it was back in March they had, and yeah, but luckily for me, the water levels were actually dropping, so yeah, and that one's dropped a fair bit, so we'll walk up and have a look at the other one. It's very doable now, but yeah. Again, this one has dropped considerably. It was probably 6 inches higher than this, I reckon. And I'm not exaggerating to make it look worse, but well, you'd say this was an idyllic paradise, wouldn't you? A nice warm day. You'd be just sitting on the little sandbanks there, drinking a cold beer. Not for me. It was the place of, I'm not going to say disaster, but a challenge. All part of the adventure, as I say. Just gonna oh, how I wish that gate was closed and I had to turn round. There's one more river crossing to get out of here yet, but it's only a shallow one, and I'll probably plan that. I just rode across that when I come in. So feeling a bit civilised again, had something to eat. I had a cup of tea and a muesli bar this morning. So yeah, feeling a bit civilised. Look at that. We're heading out to Lawn Hill now. Apparently it's a must-do. Adel's Grove. Adel's grave is off my bucket list and on my it list. She's been smashed by the floods. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to stay the night here. That was certainly the plan, but yeah, she's not looking real good. Dirty, dusty sort of ground. So I was going to try and give everything a nice clean, and it ain't happening here. So I think I'm going to go on to Burketown and hit the caravan park there, and we'll get organised, I think. So I'll beeline it there, I think, folks. So yeah, a bit disappointed, but it is what it is. That's Mother Nature for you. I had 3 days of rain back in March, and this place got absolutely smashed, apparently. Yeah, but anyway, that's the way it goes. Welcome to Burketown. Not much happening in Burketown, I can tell you. I think this might be my abode for the night. Well, you know the story. Double check you haven't left anything. So, this is Burketown Caravan Park. Really nice people there. And been and got the oil, just dropped the oil out of the old AJP. And yeah, just a precaution. It wasn't milky, but I thought, you know what? It's nearly due for an oil change anyway. So I thought, what the hell? We'll just jump some oil in it. So I just left the filters in there and just quickly dropped some oil in it. So bit of peace of mind, you know. So yeah. But anyway, we're going to keep moving, head across to Normanton. Well, I like how it falls, but first I'm going to have a look at the river here. It's the water from the Gulf of Carpentaria. That's what I've come to see. So we'll head out of town to the boat ramp and we'll see how far down we can get. I don't think we can get to the Gulf here. I think it's all blocked off, but if we can, we will. Don't go for a swim in the river. Crocodile waiting for you. To quote John Williamson. The Burketown Wharf. Well, this is seawater, so this might be in fact the closest I get to the Gulf of Carpentaria. That's if I don't go duck around to Corumba. Going to head across to Normanton, as I said, so yeah. So yeah, Leichhardt Falls. Been there, done that. At least we've got some trees now. There you go. Termite mounds, been there, done that. open to Normanton. Supermarket full of school kids. Oh, cafe, that's what I need. Yeah, just some. Yeah, g'day guys, Steve here from Dirt Bike ADV. I'm just using the second GoPro as a microphone. There's a fair bit of wind coming here, so I'm just using the GoPro as a microphone, so to speak. Well, we did what we set out to achieve. Me and the AJP PR7 have made it to the Gulf of Carpentaria, that is the open ocean. So I basically wanted to do a trip up through the sort of western Queensland, pick up a few spots along the way. As usual, I don't set a defined route, I just sort of have a few things in mind that I want to see. And the last thing was to actually see the Gulf of Carpentaria, the open water. So I've gone from the Southern Ocean down near Warragul, across Port Phillip Bay on the way up here. That's 3,000 kilometres away, by the way, and now I'm at the Gulf. So yeah, I've driven up to Birdsville in Aminka and left the car there, and then we've ridden the bike the rest of the way. So as I say, there's usually a few things I just want to tick off on the way up. I wanted to go out into some of the back country of Western Queensland, so I sort of went from Birdsville and did sort of Boulia and then Badawi, Boulia, and then just sort of turned west and just headed up the border and come out at Camel Wheel. So I've seen a bit of the back country and some of the station country and that sort of stuff. You don't see a lot of people out there. I've seen one car and sort of one car a day basically for a couple of days. Came out of Camel Wheel, wanted to see the Lawn Hill Gorge. Unfortunately that was closed. Everything's sort of been ravaged by the floods up here. Adel's Grove, went there, again been ravaged by the floods, but anyway I went there and had a look, and Burketown was another one, so I've been there and stayed last night in Burketown, and so yeah, come across through Normanton. Wanted to see Camp 119, the Burke and Wills camp, and then obviously Corumba, and I wanted to get to the Gulf, so here I am at the Gulf of Carpentaria, very pleased. So it's all gone well. Had a bit of a drowned bike on the way through to Lawn Hill, but we got over that, had to camp the night on the side of the road, but we got over that and moved on. I think the most devastating part last night was getting into Burketown and the pub was not open. I needed a beer, my mental health required beer, and there was no pub open and no alcohol to be bought in the town, so I was a bit gutted last night, fetal position in tears, so to speak. Anyway, I'm tonguing for a beer tonight, I can tell you that now. So just debating whether to actually just camp in a caravan park or and head off really early in the morning and have a few beers here at the tavern. The sunsets here are supposed to be bloody beautiful, or whether to actually just beeline it for home now. I've achieved my goal.